8 ADHD misconceptions. Understand your ADHD friend. Living with ADHD can be challenging, especially when it comes to social interactions. Unfortunately, individuals with ADHD are often misunderstood due to how they communicate. In this video, we will delve into the compassionate and scientific reasons behind the unique communication style and social interactions of individuals with ADHD. By exploring the biological, neurological, and psychological factors contributing to these behaviors, we aim to dispel misconceptions and foster greater understanding and support for individuals with ADHD. 1. The biological basis of ADHD. ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disorder characterized by impairments in attention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity. Research suggests that ADHD is linked to certain structural and functional differences in the brain, particularly in the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for executive functions such as self-control, planning, and decision-making. These differences can contribute to the challenges individuals with ADHD face in regulating their behavior and social interactions. 2. Impulsivity and communication. One of the core symptoms of ADHD is impulsivity, which can manifest in various ways, including impulsive speech and interruptions during conversations. This impulsivity makes it difficult for individuals with ADHD to filter their thoughts before expressing them, leading to excessive talking or speaking loudly. To avoid forgetting what they want to say, individuals with ADHD might rush to talk or cut in, fearing they might lose their train of thought. It is essential to recognize that these behaviors are not indicative of a lack of respect or disregard for others. Rather, they are a result of the impulsive nature of ADHD. 3. Challenges with social cues. While some individuals with ADHD may have difficulty understanding social cues, it is important to note that many are aware of these cues, but struggle to control their impulsive responses. They may feel shame and anxiety afterward, realizing that their behavior was inappropriate. It is crucial for others to understand that these actions are not intentional, but rather a consequence of the challenges they face in regulating their impulses. 4. Forgetfulness and overcompensation. ADHD can also contribute to forgetfulness and disorganization, leading individuals to overcompensate by talking excessively or speaking loudly. This compensatory behavior serves as a way to ensure that their thoughts or ideas are not forgotten or overlooked. The hyperactive aspect of ADHD can drive a need for constant verbal engagement to maintain focus and manage restlessness. It is essential to approach these situations with empathy and patience, understanding that forgetfulness is a symptom of ADHD rather than a lack of interest or concern. 5. Excessive sharing. ADHD individuals often have a tendency to share a great deal of information on specific subjects that excite them with their close friends. This is their way of attempting to bond with others, showing that they trust them and want to share everything about their interests. It can be seen as a kind of love language for them. Unfortunately, this behavior is sometimes misunderstood, and some people may assume that the person with ADHD is only interested in talking about themselves. In reality, this excessive sharing is an attempt to connect and bond with others. 6. Sharing relatable stories. Another common misconception is that when an ADHD individual listens to someone else's story or experiences, they may respond with a similar story of their own. This can give the impression that they are not truly listening and are making the conversation about themselves. However, this behavior is also a form of their love language. In reality, they are listening to the other person's story and sharing a similar experience to show that they can relate. It is an attempt to connect on a deeper level and highlight shared experiences, rather than to overshadow or minimize the other person's story. It's important to understand that when individuals with ADHD engage in these behaviors, it is not to make the conversation solely about themselves or to diminish the experiences of others. Instead, it is their way of expressing connection, understanding, and shared experiences. 7. Eye contact and active listening. When individuals with ADHD are engaged in conversation, they may have a tendency to avoid direct eye contact. This behavior can often be misunderstood as a lack of interest or attentiveness. However, neuroscience can help us understand why this is the case. The prefrontal cortex, a region of the brain responsible for executive functions such as attention and focus, is known to be affected in individuals with ADHD. This region is also involved in social interactions, including maintaining eye contact during conversation. For people with ADHD, maintaining eye contact while listening can be challenging because it requires additional cognitive effort and can detract from their ability to fully comprehend and process information. Research suggests that when individuals with ADHD do not maintain direct eye contact, it actually allows them to focus better on what the person is saying. By avoiding eye contact, they can minimize distractions and better allocate their attention to the auditory information they are receiving. This helps them process and comprehend the content of the conversation more effectively. It is important to recognize that not maintaining eye contact does not indicate a lack of interest or disengagement. On the contrary, individuals with ADHD may be actively listening and fully engaged in the conversation, despite not making direct eye contact. Their attention is directed towards understanding the content and meaning of the conversation, rather than focusing on social cues such as eye contact. Understanding this neuroscience perspective can help dispel the misconception that individuals with ADHD are not listening when they do not make direct eye contact. It is essential to recognize that their listening abilities are not hindered by their eye contact behavior. By acknowledging and appreciating their unique way of processing information, we can foster better communication and understanding with individuals with ADHD. 8. Time blindness. Time perception plays a crucial role in our everyday lives, allowing us to prioritize tasks, manage schedules, and maintain relationships. However, individuals with ADHD often experience challenges with time perception, which can significantly impact their daily functioning. Individuals with ADHD may struggle with punctuality, either consistently arriving late or exceptionally early. This inconsistency stems from the difficulty in accurately estimating how long it will take to complete tasks or travel to a destination. In individuals with ADHD, the brain's ability to accurately perceive and estimate time is often impaired. Research suggests that this distortion may be due to differences in the brain's prefrontal cortex, responsible for executive functions such as planning and time management. The altered functioning of this region can result in a skewed sense of time, making it challenging to accurately gauge the passage of minutes, hours, or days. The time perception distortion can strain relationships, as individuals with ADHD may struggle to maintain regular contact with friends. They may unintentionally go long periods without reaching out or forget to respond to messages, leading friends to feel neglected or unimportant. It is important to note that this behavior is not indicative of a lack of care, but rather a result of the time perception challenges that are beyond their control. In conclusion, individuals with ADHD often face misconceptions and misunderstandings surrounding their communication style and social interactions. By understanding the biological, neurological, and psychological factors contributing to these behaviors, we can foster compassion and promote awareness. It is crucial to remember that individuals with ADHD do not have full control over their impulsivity, and that their actions are not indicative of a lack of care or respect. Let us strive to create a more inclusive and understanding environment for individuals with ADHD, supporting them in their journey towards better self-regulation and well-being. By Lena Kravitz, Knowledge is Power.